Good morning. Welcome back. This is Franco. This is Trading Futures Live. Um, Before we start, remember trading is inherently risky, and you can lose all your capital. So please take the trades based on your own analysis. Don't take my trades. And with that, let's jump right into the chart. So this is the main chart that I use. This is a 500. Good morning. Good morning to all. Welcome. So I need to fix this. The live trading screen is not working. I must have touched the mute button. Sorry about that. There you go. It must be working. There you go. All right. Thank you, MB. Thank you. All right, so here Smart Risk is activated, so we have everything set up. We're about to break the overnight high. Like I was saying on the pre-market that I wanted to pay attention to the dollar. It's a very important level that we have in the dollar. And if the dollar keeps going down, we will have more upside today. And I think that was the most likely scenario, um, that we might have some upside today. Do I think this is the lows for the entire year? Might be not, or might be it. We don't know, right? Um, we can have a bounce here, and the bounce is very likely to happen, especially with what is happening in the dollar, right? So the dollar, the last 30 minutes, the dollar managed to go higher, right? And now it is dropping. So let's see if we have a solid break to the upside. If we do have a solid break to the upside, then we um, could start looking for longs down here. For now, um, I need this candle to close. This is the 7 minute. It closes at 38. So right now it's 34. So we need to wait for this candle to close. Okay. We do have some pivots here that if we manage to break to the upside, they will put some pressure on the buy side. Okay. Very interesting what is happening in the UK. The pound was dropping 5% during Asia. Then in London, it managed to come back up. So the markets are flat, basically. NQ is up a little bit. RTY is going up. The ES is flat. Now, one thing that I didn't mention during the sorry, one thing that I didn't mention during the pre-market is that the Dow broke to the downside. The Dow broke to the downside on June lows. That is no bueno. That is not good. See if we can manage to hold this low. I think it'll be so one more minute for this candle to close. And right now I can see how the volume is behaving today. I think the volume is on the higher side today, and it makes sense. Like we are at some important levels, right? We have 453. 453 um is a supply of mine here, but I am not very eager to take any shorts as of now. Now, let's go review the internals. The tick chart opened up very negative, but we are very quickly above the zero line. Not to an extreme positive though. ADQD opened up minus 1000, and now we are plus 600. So we're having some sort of a reversal right there. So for now, no shorts. Let's see if this area managed to work. I still have this demand right here. Let me put this chart. I do have this one right here. All right. I'm going to get rid of this supply. We already know that this supply was there. So this is going to put some pressure to the upside, right? So I do like this area. I know it's huge. I mean, it's not huge, but it's big. And then we have this at the open. right? We do have a new 7 minute, and definitely we have higher volume. Definitely we do have higher volume. So my areas are 405 to 81, but the one that I think is the one is probably this one. Location wise is better, and we do have some like barely touched the area. Here we did have this week coming in. Um, so the supply is holding, but I think it's not gonna hold for much longer. The chart is above zero line, and ADQD is just going higher. I think the setup to the long side is not bad right now. Let's go see the dollar. Dollar still holding. So we do have this one. We do have this right here. um, yeah, some supply is being created here to the upside. Sorry. Um, this is the overnight high. I might take this one confirmation though. Um, let's see if we can. How much will be? Now I want you guys to understand this type of trades where you have so close to current price, especially after a run up, are riskier than, let's say, this one, right? So what could I do here? So I could plan around. I could either take a confirmation or lower my risk, so I feel more confident, okay, in taking these areas. But ultimately, 492 is very possible right there. If this thing collapses in one candle, I might take this thing limit order. So the supply is still putting some pressures to the downside. Finally, the tick chart is breaking down, which is okay. And the ADQD finally giving up some of them, some of the numbers there. So I think the setup is right there. If it's not this one, because the tick chart makes an extreme low right here in this one, I do have 405 and I do have 370. So I'm not rushing into anything. I think ultimately, if it's 24, is not the best location, but I can take a confirmation. Okay. Ideally, if this would have come straight to the area, would have been a lot better. Right now, it's basing a little bit. So if we take this to the long side, this sideways movement is gonna cause some retracement right there, and then we can see if we can manage to keep going higher or we manage to break to the low side, to the lower side of the chart. So what do I have here? I do have this overnight is very powerful. This overnight pivot is very, very important. Okay. Yes, we're hitting supplies and the trend is down, right, on the daily. But but okay, there we go. Let me 1 second. So the tick chart is not very negative though. Let's see, and the ADQD is fine. So I think I am going to put the order right here. Let's see if we break to the downside right here. All right, I do have an order right there. Let's see if we can fill it in. Okay, we are in this long. Okay, this trade um might fail right here. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of bearishness right there, but it is what it is. This is a riskier trade, but we can manage to hold. If we hold the overnight high, we're gonna go higher. All right, so we are close to 1 to 1. I would like to move my stop right here. Right, we came close to 1 to 1. Let's see if we can manage to. So we went through the 1 to 1. So I'm gonna move my stop to break even. I think, especially with this location, which is not the best one, I think it's wise to protect your money. Okay, so it's a zero risk trade right now. If we get stopped out break even, it's okay. The location is not the best one. We have the momentum to the upside, but we are facing some supplies right there. So I want to be aware of that. So my target, regarding my target, I need to be aware of the target. Let's see. 53.92. It'll be a little bit stretchy though, but let's see if we have a breakout to the upside right here. Probably will not be easy, but we need to wait. There's nothing we can do right here. The 7 minute has 3 more minutes to go, so it might take us a lot more time, this trade. All right, the tick chart came to the zero line and is not breaking in a clean manner. So let's see if we haven't happened to manage to the upside. All right. So yeah, we got to the highs. That's something that you can expect, a retracement from its highs. So if the trade is going to work, we need to go through this, and it is what it is, guys. If we change trend from there, then we will have some other opportunities. But for now, there's nothing else for me to do but just to wait. All right, we are right there, 3 to 1, right? So I do have 7 contracts. I don't have much, so I could like scale out a little bit. It's 1 more minute for this 7 minutes. So let's say if the 7 minute managed to break that pivot high, um, I would like to scale out a little bit here. So I do have, let's say I'm gonna take 5 contracts. Right. Okay. So I do still I scaled out a little bit. I don't know why this thing does not do the math correctly for me. I still have 4. Yeah. And here I do have 8. 30 more seconds. Let's see on the 30 more seconds to see. I'm going to scale out again. All right, the tick chart hasn't making any other high, so I think it's not good for me. So I took, okay, I just have 1 left. That's good. All right, so ultimately, I think this trade might continue to work, but it's okay. Already scaled out. And it's 40.88 here. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, when the momentum is to the upside, we have to be aggressive because the price does not come back. Is incredible. I just have 1 left. I scaled out. I think this trade is already 3 to 1. I realized I know it's 2.5 to 1 right now. It's 2.5 to 1, but the tick chart hasn't gone through the highs. So my target is a supply at 92, and I put like 5 minutes before the supply. But if you have a really nice supply up there, um, we probably we're not gonna get there if the supplies is going to work very nicely, right? So you but it touched my stop loss as I put it a bit over the break even. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I know. That's tough. Yeah, we haven't broken, and we are in a pivot created pre-market on Friday, so it's not gonna be easy to go through that. But it's just one contract, right? That one contract is gonna give me the 3-to-1. If we don't win this trade, meaning it goes back to break even, it'll be a 2.5 to 1. So I'm not worried. Like whatever happens is fine. 2.5 is good. Um, 2.5 is not bad. Yeah, the tick chart, even though we were going up right here, tick chart didn't go higher. So we might have some a reversal from here. And it's fine. Like I said, I already scaled out 6 out of 7. And that's how that this is the way I think is the better way for me to have a thoughts about my trades. Okay, I already scaled out. If it comes back, there's nothing I can do. It is going to come back, and yes, I will not hit my ultimate target, but there's no power I can put into that. Like I have no decision to make right now. It's either break even or my target, right? And one of them is gonna be touched, right? Today. Yeah, that's the thing. I either, and this is a very, sometimes I'm too strict, but it's do or die. It's either 2 or 3 or -1 or 0, right? There's no 1-to-1. There's no 1.5 to 1 for me. Is either 3, 2, because if I'm not very strict with that rule, that I make more what I risk, um, my trading system will not make money because I do not win the majority of my trades. I lose the majority of my trades. I lose 59% of my trades. If I don't make 2, 3 times whatever I risk when I take a trade, I won't make money. Right? That's simple math. It's not complicated. 575, 575. I have 492. That's my supply. Um, but look, the tick chart is not breaking. I think we can hit this target, but the 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 tick chart is not breaking to the upside, and we are in supply right now. And it's 3 minutes for the 30-minute to close. So tick chart hasn't broken any high yet. So I'm a little bit of skeptical. Yeah, we're close, but I'm skeptical because the tick chart is not breaking new highs. But I have no decision to make right now. It's either my target or my stop at break even. Now my stop at break even it'll cost me half hour. I already cashed in at 2.5. have 1.5 minutes for the next 30 minutes. So the next 30-minute volatility probably will help us to get to the target. All right. So I got full target. It was a 3 and something to 1. And right now we got nothing else to do, just to wait. We're hitting supply right there. We are hitting supply right there. Let's see how this react. So this supply, I want to say, is an overnight supply from Friday, right? We never managed to go there. All right, let me get rid of this. This was the original supply that we had. All right, so there's another demand right here. Yeah, we can go ahead and fill. It looks like we want to fill the gap from Friday. Yep. So that high will be at so the gap starts at 58 one quarter. 58 one quarter. That's where the gap starts. All right, so we are in supply. The tick chart hasn't managed to create new highs, right? It has created new highs here, but immediately rejected. So we have to be careful. This area is important. Is is overnight. So I wouldn't put a dime right there. But the level is the formation is right there, right? I wouldn't put a dime because it's overnight. I don't like overnights. I think volume is important. All right, so the supply is working. The ADQD hasn't made any other highs. So I think my target was here, 88, right? Right before. So, and you say, yes, it went from here to here, but my area starts right here, right? So this, I mean, the closer your target is to your entry, the higher the probability, right? So yes, I could have a target like a little bit higher, but not much. My area started here, and now the area is putting some pressure to the sell side. Right? Let's go. Let's go see the Let's go see the dollar. So the dollar hasn't broken any lows since 850. Okay. And we might chop here a little bit, and 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 then we can see if we manage to go higher, or this supply ultimately is going to put some pressure to the downside. Let's see the rates. Wow, 10-year yield 3775 again. All right, there's no action for me. So what happens is this demand right here, it's an awful location, so I wouldn't use to go higher. And even though we had a supply right here, um, I still don't have the setup to the short side. I need at least one break to the downside. The momentum is to the upside, but we're starting to hit levels. I do analyze a gold garden miss during the pre-market. I don't do a very extensive analysis though, because I don't trade it. I used to trade gold a lot in the past, but I focused my trading in the equity markets. But if you attend to the pre-markets, we can stop there. And if you attend to my pre-market live stream, I could stop in gold a little bit more if you are there. But if nobody else is wants that, like, I don't think it's worth for me to do it. Just go over real quick. right. All right, so we do have a supply right here. Is just chopping around the supply. Here, I do have this area to go long, but ultimately, I won't take it. Is the location is very bad. Um, so this is 456. I don't like the location. Um, and now the tick chart, even though the tick chart, the markets were going higher, the tick chart was not making new solid highs. So that's one thing that I am aware of, and I want to be aware. Okay, so I don't want to just take a long right here close to the supply. We managed to take a long here on the overnight 424, and we closed it right here. Was a little bit more than 3, I guess. It was a 5 total, but I scaled out right here the majority, so I got like 3 something, I guess. I don't know how much I was risking though. 7 contracts. 7 contracts. 13 points. So it's 13 times 2 times 7, 182. 624 divided 182. I got 3.5. Not bad. All right, so we did have a new low on the tick chart right here in this demand. So if you guys see, yes, it's bouncing, but the tick chart did not make a new a higher low. It made a lower low. So I'm not very confident on this level right here. And on the contrary, I do have this. On the contrary, I do have this, I do have this, and I do have this area right here. So if I were to pay attention to the shorts, I would pay attention to 476. So this could move up to 476 and then continue to the downside. That's a possibility. All right, so the 7-minute is 7-minute chart is very bullish though. It's managing is yeah, it's getting very bullish. So I did have this demand. I was not very confident on this demand, but ultimately it looks like we're going higher. The tick chart is exploding. tick chart is going up like nuts. He created an extreme. So buyers are stepping in very aggressively. So at this time, we are in the supply again. The more time it spends right there, the less likely for it to work. So I think we are gonna just go higher. And the ATR extension line, the average is 585. So if we do have a bullish day, we can get to 585 easily. So for that is it'll be like 1.5% more for a 2.5% day. Mm, let's see. No, it'll be like less than 1%. Sorry. So 115 is 1%. 115 is 1%. 85 it'll be like zero point 0.7. It'll be like for 2% day. So we created a new high in the markets and a new high on the tick chart. So that's why I don't take these overnight areas so easily. I I like to wait for the pattern to be completed. So if we go to 30 minute, yeah, very bullish though. So we're still in the supply. I don't think it's gonna continue working the supply. That's my thought because of how deep we went into the supply. No, no. I wouldn't short this market as of yet, and not and even and let alone limit orders, right? I will wait for it to create some formations right there. I learned the hard way uh, not to be against the direction for the day. So I do have a lot of bad recollections of me shorting these type of markets. So I don't do that anymore. I think until we do have some sort of double top along with the tick chart and ADQD to the downside, that's when I would think about shorting. Now, the pre-market analysis was for me very important today because I was biased long. Okay, gap fill short to market open. I no, I understand, but and you can have a system around it, but I don't have it. Can we fill the gap and drop? Absolutely, yes. But when that happens, it's gonna create some sort of double top and then a breakout, and the tick chart will be aligned. The tick chart will be saying, all right, this thing is going to drop, like it was saying it here. When we were here, the tick chart was not making new highs. Now we got to the demand and then we continue to the upside, right? So we need to manage the uncertainty. We never know what is going to happen, right? Yeah, but you need to gain the experience of recognizing what is going on. Like when the thing is going up, you just take longs, right? The thing is going down, you just take shorts. I mean, it's for the type of trading that we do here, right? But I bet there are some people that are shorting right now, and I do understand that they might be shorting, expecting a downside not today, probably tomorrow or the rest of the week. I get it. But for the type of trading that we do here, I wouldn't short this thing yet. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Now, the extension line for the ATR is 580, 585. If you don't know what is that, is I use the last 10 days average to range average, the average to range, the movement average for the last 10 trading days. We have a number, right? We have that average, and we add that to the lows, and add that to the highs, and then we can have the likely movement for the day, right? So the ATR extension line is 11,585. So it's not crazy that we fill that gap and we turn around from there. So it's very likely, right? I wouldn't short with a limit order right there because of the momentum. So I need to have the momentum on my side. That's me. For those just coming in, we took a long down here in 24, and we closed it at 88 right here. That was our trade for the day for now. Um, Now we're just staying put right here, waiting for the setup if we have another setup. Now I did have this demand right here of 456. It worked very nicely, but I was skeptical because of the tick chart. But ultimately, the tick chart changed, right? So there are a few things why I did not take this trade right here. If you guys you're watching this chart, right? There are a few reasons I didn't take this at 456. I did not take it for a few reasons. Number one, location. Location is not the best. Look at this. It moved already 1%, right? So here I was like, okay, this is not the best location, right? My risk is going to be higher trading here. Um, Also here, I said it in the live. This is not very this is not a very nice trade. The best place to trade this thing is down here. Okay. But here you have the overnight high. So that put a lot of pressure to the upside. Okay. So location is not good, but you have previous resistant here turned into support. Um, and then you have the momentum on your side, and you have the tick chart and the ADQD, and then you put the trade, right? This one, I didn't like the location. And now here I have a supply that, even though we're very deep into it, still holding. Okay. So until this thing is not cleared out, I don't have anything else to do. Like I'm just waiting right here. The extension line, like I said, is this yellow dotted. It's like around 85, 11, 585. So that's the extension line. So this is not out of the statistics, right? This is a likely a level to get hit, to be hit today, either in the next hour, 2 hours, by the end of the day, you name it, right? But the average says that we might have to get to this. We might get to this level later. There is the gap from Friday. If we scroll the chart right here, there's this gap right here from 60 to 75, coinciding with the extension line. Um, let's see what happens in this gap. Yes, this gap puts some pressure to the downside, but I wouldn't take it limit. I just need to see a level to be created right there. And the levels that I look at are in the 500 volume bar. So it doesn't need 3 hours to be created. It can be in as little as 3-4 minutes. Yeah, if we have a setup right there, then we execute, right? We should. Right now, is the hardest part of being a trader. Waiting, right? And I think waiting ultimately will put some money in your pocket. That was my case. Because right now, for me, for my system to engage in this thing so high is not high probability. So I want to take high probability and high expectancy trades. So a new 30-minute is opening right now in 10 seconds. So the supply is still putting some pressure right there. Let's go to the tick chart. All right, so this is, I'm gonna turn this to my main screen. What I want to do here, I'm gonna just put this thing smaller so we can watch. All right, so what do we got here? So we have this high created at 1017, right? 1017 here on the tick chart is the high. So we don't have a divergence yet. So this supply, yes, is putting some pressure right here and holding the price, but based on the tick chart, doesn't look like it wants to turn around from there. Actually, I do have this high, but we managed to go at the same level. When was this? This was 14. So 14 was here. So 14 was here. This is one high, and this is the same high. I would say we have a little bit of a divergence here, but not something that I would rely on to put a trade. Right? This is the high. This was a high created on the tick chart, and the same high on the tick chart was here. Right? So yes, this thing went up, and the tick chart was hitting a extreme high, same level, around 800. So we might be sideways for a little bit right here. So the ADQD still a very positive, and creating higher highs. For those just coming into the chart, coming into the live stream, we managed to take a long down here in 24. So this was our entry, and this was the target right here, 88. So we took this run up, and we're just waiting right now because I do have this supply that's still working. And let's see what we can get out of this supply. If this thing just break ultimately to the downside, and then we have the internals aligned, we might take a trade right here. If not, I would be thinking only if if this does not give us the short setup, the reversal, we will try another long down here if we manage to come back down. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, man. I do my best here. Thank you, Rich. Well, we stay here till like 11:30. Um, Depending on what the market is doing. If we are chopping, I just turn this shit off and then I go away because on choppy markets they can take all your money, so there's no reason for me to stick around. But if we're moving and I haven't made any money and I have opportunities, like I'll keep trading. But right now, for me, it's just in this market, it's just waiting. I took the long, we closed, and then we're just waiting. The supply is still holding right there, so I have no action to do. Like literally zero for me. There's nothing to do right now. All right, I'm gonna take 5 minutes break. 5 minutes break, and I'll come back. Okay. Gonna pour myself a coffee. So here, here, there we go. All right, I am back. I think the supply still putting some pressure to the downside, and it's impressive. It was a overnight supply. So this is an important level right here. Let's go see the tick chart to see if we can either break to the downside or continue holding that right there. All right, so the ADQD is has broken some level right here, right? Um, it does look like this demand might fail. The tick chart is not making new highs. It's creating new lows though. So ultimately, I think this thing is going to break to the downside. Um, I mean, when I referred break to the downside, probably this area, the 50s, right? The 450. So this demand is well, do you have 37? 37 is an important level. So let's not ignore this. Okay, 37 right here. I'm gonna put a red line. Well, buyers are aggressively showing up right there. We're about to get to the level that we bought earlier. 37 is an important point right here. 37. Let's see if the 37 does not hold. Yeah, 25 is. So the 37 is holding right there. Let's see if it can just continue to the upside. If the 37 is not gonna work, sorry, if this 37 is going to work, we need to break this high right here and continue to the upside. Like I said, this level is still too high for me, especially with the tick not breaking the zero line. Right, so we have created some sort of triple bottom in the NQ on the 30-minute. I'm gonna show that. Let me see if I can go ahead and here, and this is a 500. But let's put here the probably this one. This is a 2-minute. Let's put the 30-minute. It's very messy. Let me get rid of all these drawings. Oh, this is the regular trading hours. Oh God. All right, this is the this is not a pretty chart. Let me fix this thing real quick. Candle body, transparent. And let's put a green. There we go. So we have this high right here. So this high is right here, right? We do have this, and then we have this, right? 1, 2, and then we're coming back down, right? So I think if we are going to hold today, we can come here and then continue to the upside if we're gonna hold, right? So this is not a crazy pattern right there. Yeah, this move is huge to the downside from 526 to 449, like 80 points off of this supply. But it's not crazy. Like we bottom here during London Open, and we came here later during the FX Open here in the US, and then we're going back up. If we break this wedge to the upside right here, then yes, you can expect lower lows right here. But for now, it doesn't look like. Just one day, right? We can continue to the downside. All right, let's go back to our chart here. So 37 held right here. Now the risk for the 37, right? We're still in this demand, but the risk for the 37 would have been something like this, right? So the target would have been a 478 if we would have taken this limit order. Still not even close to the target. I said if this thing is going to work, we need to break this level, 462. And right now the momentum is not to the upside, especially coming out of this supply. right, so we finally broke the demand. We broke down the demand that I had right there. Now the tick chart started to flip, right? The tick chart is not showing more weakness. Um, that doesn't mean we cannot get to lower levels, right? Um, so the way I like to take this or to see this is, all right, if we get to the level and the tick chart is not making a new fresh low, then we can buy. Okay, so the way I'll see this is, all right, here, if it comes here, now I need to measure my risk and reward ratio. Okay, all right, if I were taking this again, I need at least 3 to 1, but I do have this level right here, the 50. The 50 level is gonna put some pressure right here. 62. Okay, so 62 is 2.4 to 1. If I were taking this, if I were to take this long, um the risk and reward ratio is not there right now. Remember, for you to take this trade, my way to see this is that you need to be a ninja, right? Like entering here and getting out here, and then this thing will turn around, right? That's so hard. Like for me, it's like more like, okay, I do have space up to here. Let's say up to here. I will take my money around here, like way before. Okay. Why is that? That's the only way I can increase my probabilities. I do have a lot of risk and reward ratio, and I will grab money before the other areas, right? Mm. So that's the way I'm thinking right now. If I'm taking a long, I do have areas of interest to the short side. Now, if this gets cleared out, like we get like around here, right, and then we come back down, then that's another story. But that hasn't happened yet. And the way we clear out the area is, okay, we come inside the supply, we clear all the orders, and then we continue back down. So this 37 is working right now. So the target would have been 90. What would have been the target? Like, oh shit, I closed the window. All right, so the target would have been 37 right here. Stop right here. 81. 81.50. So this low here is 56. I'm gonna mark this low 56 and here 56. There you go. The 56 is a lot higher in the tick chart. And the low on the tick chart is 40, 49, 49, 49 is right here. So here. So we do have a little bit of divergence to the upside. But they're not very pronounced. Like, look at this. just a barely broke the low, so it's not something that I would rely on. The dollar is back to the London Open. So see if we break to the high. If we happen to break this to the high, to the high of the chart right here, then we will have some move down on the equity markets, big time. Um, we're still holding the supply in the dollar from the London Open. So I want to pay attention to this right now. Is at a very important level. If we break to the upside, then we will have more downside here. If we respect that supply, like we're doing it right now, then we uh, continue to go up today. But the dollar made back everything it was giving up. Like if you see the daily chart, let me bring that up. Let me bring that chart up. So this is the dollar chart. And we were here when the market opened. Let's go see the 5 minutes. Look at this. So this is when this is Asia, right? So all this is Asia. Yesterday we went up. The pound was dropping 5% at this level, and then magically the Bank of England most likely intervened, started to buy pounds, sell dollars, and then we managed to come down a little bit, and then after the London Open, we crashed the dollar right here to recover a little bit on the pound, and here's here's the FX markets right here, 815 right here. So we open up right here. We are at that level. So this level for me is very important to watch. Yeah, right here, the one that is drawn right there. Right, so that's the level that I'm watching on the dollar. If we respect this pivot right here and we go higher, we will have some reversals today. If we just continue to go down, then we have more upside. But right now is at the important level that I'm watching. Okay. And along with the dollar, I want to see this. I want to see the rates. Okay. It's pretty much sideways. Yeah, we're going up 2%, but we gapped up. Right now, it's just sideways. If we go to a lower time frame, we're being sideways the entire morning. Okay, so those two things I'm paying attention very closely if I'm going to take any other trade. All right, so we finally break into the downside. We're about to visit the 24 level. Tick chart is not bullish anymore. Tick chart is now creating new lows. Now, what happens when this creates new lows and the tick chart creates new lows as well? Just don't give me any information, right? This thing might turn around, or it can continue to the downside. It doesn't give me any information, at least for my trading plan. I mean, that's what I get from these tick chart movements, right? But if this thing is just making a new lows, but the tick chart is not, that gives me some information. That gives me the possibility of a turnaround. Now, the ADQD from being plus 1500 right now is close to 150. So it's coming down big time. Like I said, we do have some pivots, important pivots on the 30-minute, created on Friday, and then the overnight, which is this level, the 24. So that's a very important level, right? If we break to the downside, I would say that we will have more continuation, right? If this level does not hold, like these three levels, we might have a red day, even though we were plus 1%. So we do have the 6-month bill auction and the 3-month bill auctions. Those are not important for me right now, but later at 1, we will have the 2-year note auction. Um, um, if you guys know, the 10-2 spread is the most important um, levels in the yield curve that most investors watch. And we have the auction for the 2-year, right? The 10-year. I think we had a last week, and then this week we have the and today we have the 2 years. So that curve is inverted right now. Is inverted. The 2 years yield is higher than the 10-year. Let's see what happens today. If we don't have a good demand, that thing is going to continue to drop. And if that continues to drop, it put more pressure to the downside on the markets. So we're starting to break all the levels, right? Where we have a negative momentum off of the supply. Now at this point, for me, I do not have a long setup, right? A short setup, I could go a back up right here. I really like this one, the 66. There you go. I do like this 66, right? But we're doing this very systematic. We're breaking lows, we come back, we retrace to the pivots, and then we continue. We retrace to the pivots, and then we continue. So sellers are very active right now. I would say this level is not bad. 37.50. If we manage to bounce right here. All right, the 405 level was one of the levels that was created during the open. Right now is fresh. I do not have much support of this level, even though was created at the open. I think the best level that I had right here is 370. This one is holding a little bit, but the momentum is very negative though. ADQD just turned the zero line to the downside. It is going down. It is going down. We did have a supply marked off here. Um, this entire supply we had it, right? This is from days ago. And the interpretation that I can give to why prices go up so sharply at the open, I figure like it worked like a vacuum, right? The chunk of orders, the big chunk of orders were up here, and prices go to where the orders are. Why is that? Because all these movements are probably retailers just driving the price up to a level that is strong enough to just change the trend, right? Like the one that we had here. So prices were going up and then finally hit the wall, and now they're starting to come down, right? It's 13. So I want to see what the 15-minute is doing, because the 15-minute is about to close in 1/2 minute. And we do have some sort of double top and a break to the upside. And then we are testing those levels right now, right? So that's one thing that I want to pay attention. And I think that the clear way that I can show you guys this level is here from my trade station right here. Um, if you guys see, I do have this level. Oh, this is, forget it. This is another. So I do have here. I do have 1, 2 pivots. You have this supply, and you broke to the upside, and now it's trying to hold right there. So you have this one, the closing from Friday, and then the overnight high, and then we broke to the upside. Now we are rejecting that level. Okay, so this is not an invisible level. This is something that everyone is watching. Every professional trader is watching. So um, is yet to see what is going on here. But look, if you see the 15-minute, is kind of like a bigger picture of where we're trading here, but this is a very important level to the upside. Okay. If the dollar managed to keep going up, uh, you can just ignore this level because it's gonna be broken. Okay. But for now, the dollar hasn't broken to the upside yet. As a matter of fact, it started to reject that. Okay. So let's pay attention to this. Yeah, this can be very stressful sometimes. All right, let's see if we can manage to have a nice reading here to go short. So the 7 minute ultimately was a bullish candle. Let's see if we can take this. Right, still the momentum is still negative, right? I wanna go check on the dollar. Let me go check on the dollar. Now, it will not be same risk for me. I'm gonna cut this in half. I don't wanna risk the money. I already made 3.5. Um, and my target will be ultimately this one. All right, so we're managed to hold the overnight high. If the tick chart breaks to the upside around 500, that's where when I want to put this trade on. Yeah, we're not even breaking we are not even getting to the demand, to the supply, sorry. So we are very bearish right now. So what will be the case for the long right here? So the case for the long, um, because I do have this demand, right? But I do not have the tick chart on my side. Try this. I wouldn't try this a limit order, right? I would have to see something like this and some sort of formations around here, this level, and then I could engage in the long. And but for this, I need the tick chart to have a some configuration to the upside. For those just coming into the live stream, we took a long at 24 right here. This was my entry, and this was my scale out, and this was my target. Okay, so we took this trade. For now, we did have some supply. That's why my target was before the supply. The supply is working very nicely, so it's holding right there. Let's see what it's going to do. I do have some demands that were created on its way up, but the tick chart right now is very bearish. We just managed to get to the zero line, and we reject we reject the tick chart to the downside every time we get there. So I do have 442.50. If the tick chart has a nice level right there, I would take a short. I lower my risk. I cut it in half. I already made 3.5 hour for the day. So this will be half hour risk for probably 2 more. I think it's worth the risk. All right, so this is setting up. Why this thing is not putting the contracts? Okay, cool. So the 15-minute just opened. I want to see what the 30-minute is doing. The 30-minute is rejecting to like half of the candle. This is the 7-minute high from the previous candle, and we have one more minute. So we do have two bullish candles in the 7-minute chart. So let's see if we can take this. I need the tick chart to come to an extreme to show me exhaustion right here. If the tick chart just come to an extreme, not making new highs, meaning between 500 and 700, right? 600, 650, that would be ideal for me to take this trade. But right now we're too weak. We just come to the zero line and we're retracing back down. So new 7 is opening right now. And we do have momentum to the downside a little bit. Go check on the dollar. I don't want to lose sight on the dollar. I want to check it at all times. Back to the London supply. Now, at this point, we have been so many times that I started to think that London Open is going to be broken. So the comeback on the pound is impressive. If you guys go to see that chart, it was minus 5% at some point today. We're back to break even. Shit, this thing is new all-time low. Yeah. New all-time lows for the pound. It's not good. No bueno. So the 30-minute closes in 5. So I want to go see the 5 to see what I can expect right here. Let's say we can have some push to the upside and get this zone. Now, the good part is the more time that we spend down here, the weaker is going to be this demand. Okay, meaning all orders are gonna be gone, and if we bounce for here to here, so we have a clear path to the downside. So I'm not rushing into anything. We're getting there 370 now. To sell, for me to sell right here, and that's not me. I need to sell up here. But yeah, sometimes like it just continue to go down. So we did have this one No, we did not have this one. I put it on later. Um, we haven't be aware of any short setup. We took a long earlier. So right now we are at the open. Where it opened, we are right there. All right, guys. So this setup is not gonna happen anytime soon, I think. So I'm gonna close the live stream. Okay. Um, I got other things to do here. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing. Like the video and share with your friends to see if we can grow this to a big community and help more people. Um, with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. No problem, Rich. See you tomorrow on the pre-market and then the live trading session. Okay. Like I said, every day, don't do stupid shit. If you're not making the right decisions, just um, get up from your computer and try to um, do something else. Okay, until you're back into the right state of mind to trade. Um, all right. See you guys all tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.